Hi guys, gals, and non-binary pals. Welcome back to the video on the Chan. It's your boy Kit coming at you live with a story time. I haven't done a story time in a while, so we're just gonna go for it. So this is the story about how I was in a bus accident. Yeah. Disclaimer, it wasn't a really bad bus accident, but it was in fact an accident. The bus I was driving did collide with another vehicle, so yeah. To give context, I was in elementary school. I think I was in first grade. I don't think any older than that. I don't remember when. It was still warm outside, so maybe like August, September, the school year had just started. And we were coming home from school. The way my bus went is that they drove up and down a couple of roads, and once they did that, they went to this back area, looped around there, came back down another road, finished this like cul-de-sac part on that end, came back down and dropped me off and my sister. So we were going home like normal, everything was fine. And then once we finished the little loops part and then we went back to this back area is where it all went wrong. So as the bus was turning left, there was this Jeep that had just pulled out of this parking lot. And as the bus was turning, the Jeep was pulling out, they collided. And again, it wasn't a really bad accident because like we weren't evacuated off the bus or anything, but we were halted and we were told we could not go anywhere. Heck, even the kid who lived in the house right in front of where the accident happened and his parents were standing there, he was not allowed off the bus. The bus driver said he could not leave the bus at all. So we were all just stuck there until the sheriff came or whatever. Now, mind you, there's like a bunch of little kids on the bus, like we're anywhere from like kindergarten to like 5th, 6th grade age. We're not entirely sure what just happened. We just know that we were driving and then we're stopped and no one's telling us anything. So we're just like, whatever. None of us had phones, so we couldn't contact parents because this was early 2000s. No one had smartphones. No one had phones in general. So we were just sitting on the bus waiting. Little did we know that my mom was like waiting for the bus, and like usually we get dropped off at like this specific time every day. It's never like late. Sometimes we might be a couple minutes early or maybe a couple minutes late, but it's never as long as my mom was waiting. So she and my neighbor who we were riding the bus with, they were waiting for us and we weren't there. So my mom starts getting concerned like any other parent would and calls the bus garage to figure out what's going on. And while she was on the phone with the bus garage, she was told that there was an accident. That so that's all she was told. There was an accident. They had said where it was at. I don't know if they were supposed to, or maybe they didn't even say that, but they did say there was an accident like on the route home. So my mom and that neighbor got in their vehicle and they drove to find the bus. And by the time they got to the bus, the sheriff had just pulled up and the bus driver was off the bus, leaving us unsupervised, talking to the sheriff with the driver of the Jeep talking to the sheriff. And I think a sheriff told my mom that she couldn't go through and she said that her kids were on the bus and the bus driver said they can't leave the bus. And she's like, those are my kids. And basically, I don't really remember, but I know that at some point my mom was yelling at the bus driver to let us off the bus. And he ended up letting us off the bus, as well as my neighbor because her dad was there. And so we got off the bus. Wow, the kid who lived in front of the house with the accident, whose parents were trying to get him off the bus, finally got off the bus. So we got home. We were supposed to be home, I think at like 3:30 or whatever. But I think we ended up home at like 4 o'clock because of, or maybe 4:30. I don't know. It was a really long wait, but my mom was seething that like all of that. But yeah, that was the time I got in a bus accident. It's a real short and random story. I figured I'd share it. No one got hurt at the end of the day. Yeah. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching, guys, gals, and non-binary pals. I'll see you in the next video where I tell the story about how I was stuck in the well. JK, I was never stuck in a well. Bye. Mwah.